Okay, so today I'm going to do a little tutorial on my silly kale collard shake because people have been asking me about it. So I'm going to show you about it, okay? So you can choose any kind of kale or collard, but it needs to be specifically a dark leafy green because those are the best for you. They have the most nutrients in them and they're the thickest too. They have a nice snap and a crunch to them. So they always remain pretty crunchy, and if they're not, you can cut off the bottoms and put them in water like I do to prolong their use. So I start out and I take one of each. So I take one collard, and then this is a kale, and this is another lecitino or whatever, lecino, I don't know how to say it, kale, collard. So I take all of these, and I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think I have to do it. Oh, here you go. Okay, I fold them up like this, and then I fold them all together like in a little package, and then I just start cutting as close as I can, and I go all the way down to the stems. I get the woody part of the stems too, because those have a lot of good fiber in them, and they're great for you. They're probably the best enzyme part of the meal. What I'm going to say is that the great thing about blending up your greens is that I've heard a lot of people say, oh, I can't eat vegetables, which is retarded, but I can't eat vegetables, they make me feel bloated. So the great thing about blending them is that you don't get any of that bloating. Your teeth, you don't have to have your teeth chew it up and blah, 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 and all that stuff. It's already chewed for you. So I cut all the way down to the bottoms. Okay, I got this big old pile here. Cut them up good. Cut up into those leafy stems, just to make sure. If you had a Vitamix, that would be great for you. I do not. So I have this thing called Bella Cucina that my sister-in-law got for me when my baby was little and I made baby food. And I'm still using it. It's probably going to break on me one day. And I don't think today I'm going to fit all these in there. Okay, let's go on. I next do zesty greens. Sprouts are great for you. They're live. That's the number one thing. They're alive. And they have some really interesting enzymes in them. The next thing I use is flax oil. You can get any kind, but this one has a really high lignin. And you shake it up really good. And I add, I don't usually measure. I just usually kind of give myself a good dose there. But you're supposed to put in like 2 tablespoons or something like that. Add that in there. I know this seems like it's doubling up, but I do these things because I think they're awesome. It's called Auric Energy Greens. It has ridiculous amounts of, 1 tablespoon has the antioxidant equivalent of 24 servings of fruits and vegetables. So I'm tripling my greens. This stuff is expensive, so, but instead of buying gin, now I buy Auric Energy Greens. Another thing that I can add to my shake is, it's interesting, but beets. They are really, really great vegetable for you. They're really crazy earthy, so they kind of, you know, if you're not a fan of natural tasting stuff, I wouldn't start with a beet. But I just cut in really, really small slices, very, very thin slices, because that's all you need, or else it's going to taste really weird. Next thing I have is, if there's anything dying in your refrigerator, I just take it, like the bad grapes off the bottom of my grape thing. I take those bad grapes and I put them in there because you'll never know. I'll never know. Next thing I do, probiotics, non-fat yogurt, or any kind of good yogurt for you. I don't like the sugar content in yogurt, which Dannon has, but to make this thing good, you have to have some sweet in it. And that's where your banana comes in. So I put my banana in there. You can put a whole banana, a half banana, whatever you want. And, okay, now one more thing. Last two things. This is aloe. Great, great stuff. It has green, it has aloe vera juice pulp in it and everything. It's really good for you. It's great for absorbing all kinds of toxins. I just pour it on in there a little bit, maybe a cup and a half. And then the next thing I use is, hold on, switch this around so you can still see. Okay. Next thing I use is acai. I always have an acai or blueberries. You don't have to have, you know, you can have one or the other. And it doesn't have sugar in it, 100% juice. These cost a lot of money, so don't let your kids drink it. Well, you can let your kids drink it, but that's if you can afford it. It's like $8-9 for this thing. I only use a little bit in it each day, maybe a half cup to a cup, whatever, depending on how I feel that day. And add some more to top it all off. Squish it in there. And then it's ready to blend up. And you're ready to eat. And it should taste awesome. And make you feel awesome. So, here's to your health. Hope you enjoy it.